technical difficulties there, and hopefully you'll all find the new stream and join us shortly. Big Hassan Khan comes steaming in, punched off the back foot by Wickets for 1 run. Looking at that worm, it's quite remarkable. The Hong Kong Islanders are ahead of the game in terms of run rate in the worm, but just losing all those 5 wickets was absolutely all but killed this chase. Current run rate at 7.71, with the run rate required creeping up to 7 now. Not really the issue at the moment. The issue is the 5 wickets to have fallen, and Big Hassan Khan a few overs ago taking 2 and 2 balls, ripping through the middle order of the Hong Kong Islanders, taking the scalps of Kinchit Shah, and on the first ball face took Haroon Arshad. Yeah, me too. Thanks to all those people joining us again. Apologise for the technical difficulties and having to start a new stream. This is an appeal for a caught behind, but I think Assam was very late on that, and almost looking back at the young keeper, disgusted that he'd dare appeal for that.
Do you know who I am?
Yeah, it's very hot here in Hong Kong, and we had an overheating laptop that we think we've solved now. Big Huss comes out to the 30-yard circle, ready to rumble through his run up again. He's hitting that nice hard length.
Don't change it, big young man. Don't change it.
Out now, ready for that little afternoon chocolate hit, if there's any chocolate around the ground. It's your mate.
Looking for you, DJ.
Outstanding by the young Hassan, who's in the form of his life after a 5-wicket haul for Pakistan Association yesterday, and is carrying on that good form today, which is great to see.
Absolutely eaten alive.
Look at that extended follow through, making sure it gets right up and next to Hassan Khan.
Hassan Khan not taking the bait. He decided to look towards the square leg umpire and head down and into the middle of the wicket and have a discussion with his little Siwan teammate Wickets Khan. Wacky, how can we get out of this trouble, he's saying. And Wacky is saying, I don't know. Ready to come in. Next he's got the arm guard on. I wonder if he's got the chest pad on. Big Hassan pinned in here a couple of days ago with a nice short ball. So he would have had a nice little bruise there. Nice little pizza. There's the skipper Azaz Khan. Dan man goes forward and Wacky says, I've had enough of this, guys. I'm in. I'm out of here. And he went pingo pongo. 6. His teammates sitting on the sidelines pretty relieved that
Pasco coming in again from the softball end, this time defended.
I don't know if I agree with sticking Nazaka straight back after that shot, Mark. You're right on the front foot here. You've pulled the run rate back to 7.5. You've almost got him to play a false shot, and then you go back into defensive mode. Keep attacking. You've got him 5 for 115. Try and end this game quickly. Get a wicket here. It is game over.
Squirted away to the leg side. One run. Yeah, I tend to agree with you, TJ. I think it's time to put the foot on the throat and don't let this partnership develop beyond where it currently is.
Take.
That takes the score to 117 for 5 after 16 overs.
Wasp still at 1%.
Very sombre looking Hong Kong Islanders changing room over there. They realise their back's against the wall.
He goes short and wide as both umpires get their wings out, flap them, and the score is acknowledged.
Umpire Venkat showed everyone around the ground there that it was one for the over.
Just to do as a one-off coach. To clean up, but I just need time to find.
As Tracy Walker re-enters the playing arena, young son behind her. Now she leaves again.
That's the guest committee.
Valuable insights from the cuckoo there.
Yeah.
Yeah, the rare Hong Kong cuckoo. Very loud and vocal. Native to this area in Hong Kong, around Tin Kwong Road. A great supporter throughout the All-Stars series, very vocal and creating a lot of atmosphere.
Maybe if we have a fourth team next year in the All-Star Series, they could be called the Cuckoos.
Yeah.
That's right, the Tin Kwong Road Cuckoos. Yes, you've really nailed that, TJ. You've got the whistle down. Maybe if we could get a few of them to band together and they could pick up a few of the balls for us and bring them back over.
Yes.
Hong Kong not famous for its wildlife, but it's an interesting place to be. If you live over Hong Kong Island side and you go walking on some of the trails, you see some wild hogs walking around and on the streets. There's one down in Central bathing in the little water feature outside one of the banks buildings. If you go out to Lantau, there's buffalo on the beaches wandering around. head out to the new territories. There's monkeys floating around. Don't let them see a bread roll, TJ. They'll be coming out and stealing that out of your hands.
What about down Peel Street and LKF?
Plenty of wildlife there.
Plenty of cockroaches and rats making the most of
Rats. What about the rats the other night?
making the most of some of the leftovers left out on the street. As Hassan comes steaming in, continuing to hit that hard length, and the batsmen struggle to get it away. Occasionally see a picture once we get into the summer and the snakes come out of a big python. Not a big snake fan myself, unfortunately never had to encounter one here in Hong Kong.
Speaking of snakes, I'd love a snake now.
Oh,
Wouldn't that be a treat?
that would be a treat, Tracy, if you're out there. It's cut away and that's going to race away to 4. Diving hand of Dan Pascoe, not enough to try and stop it, and Ihsan Khan looks like he just has a little word in the young fella's ear, letting him know that he's still around and he's going to do whatever he can to help his team progress closer to that total of 360. And obviously tigers, TJ, not current wildlife in Hong Kong, but new territories tigers in the T20 series, inspired by the tigers that used to roam the hills of the new territories. But after all of that, I believe the national animal is a panda. And there are no pandas in Hong Kong, perhaps in the zoo, but
Ocean Park.
Ocean Park. It's worked out to deep cover for one.
After the outstanding series we've had there, we might go out tonight and have a Szechuan. Huh?
Jeez, TJ, I didn't realise you like your spicy food. Oh, it's going underground and run rate's finally swapped over. The run rate is now lower than the run rate required after the Hong Kong Islanders innings has stalled from all the big names and the wickets falling. As Rory Cox chases the ball and pulls it in from inside the boundary.
Hassan Khan's already faced more balls than Waqas Khan.
Yep, that'll happen if you take up most of the strike. He's been down. Oh, he's in trouble here.
Oh,
He hasn't thrown it in.
What?
distinct lack of communication with the batsman, and big Hassan Khan doing a great job to attack that ball, but needed to pick up and release quicker than he did, and you might have seen Ihsan Khan walking to the boundary. But we didn't, so he remains, and here comes Dan Pascoe. Short and wide and left alone by Ihsan.
Game just drifting along here. Waqas Khan 19 off 18, Ihsan Khan 10 off 26, Pascoe in again. Arden sprinting out the square leg, can't stop the single, and that's the over. 126 for 5.
Time to do a quick run through of our sponsors. Order Online HK, great ordering platform for people in Hong Kong to order their food. Thanks for all the food over the series, the All-Stars series, both the T20 and 50 over series. Cityscope for all their help with the media coming in and helping out in the commentary. My Protein for their supplements and providing the Player of the Match awards, who get a bag of protein. Envy Play who have enabled us to go live and around the world using their software, also used by our national team analyst who uses their software to analyse opposition and team performance. So Hassan goes short and it's cut away for 4. VI, who have also provided us with sports therapists throughout the series and allowed our players to stay fit and niggle free. Montgomery Sports, Hong Kong, who have provided all the fantastic kit that the players are wearing, and they look absolutely brilliant in their colours. And last but not least, Epic Group, our principal sponsors. Thank you to them for all their support and helping make this event possible. Hassan goes back of a length, and that's worked off the hip into the leg side for 1 by Ehsan Khan. TJ, I believe you've got some scores from around the grounds?
No, I can get them for you. Ramblers 212 for 5. The innings break.
It's a big total.
89 not out for Craig Johnston. Stewie J. Tohill is 13 not out. Javed Bey, 7 overs, 2 maidens, 1 for 9. Outstanding from the little man. Nomads look like they could be sneaking over the line and getting a victory as Wickets Khan helps himself to 4 there. And the Nomads played yesterday, I've just been told, so...
Ball comes back after big Hassan drops short and cut out to the offside.
The little Saiwan Wasps versus the KCC Maidens, and the KCC Maidens are 1 for 182. Jen Davies 41 off 39, and Pinu Gill 93 off 74. So
a quick run off a misfield, just bouncing off the captain Azaz Khan's knee as he gives it a little rub and grimaces. The game just sort of meandering along, but the run rate still sort of fairly even. Current run rate going above the run rate required. It's just whether these guys are able to sustain it for a very long period of time to get closer to the total. So it goes short, and Arda Gurawara appealing, but it seems in desperation as no one else goes up to support him. Back of a length again and defended by Ehsan Khan. Hong Kong Islanders 12th man Wajid Shah is called onto the field to deliver Wickets Khan a new set of gloves. Around the grounds, Great Hong Kong Dragons 130 for 5, chasing 336. Yeah, you look at the Manhattan from the Kowloon Lions innings, and it was all just a little bit nice and tracking towards a fairly standard 270, 280 total before Bubba Hyatt and Danielle Bukhari just went ballistic, taking 118 off the last 5 overs and really absolutely devastating the Hong Kong Islanders. And Hong Kong Islanders got off to a great start, but losing 2 key wickets and 2 balls really put them on the back foot, and this is really the partnership that's going to have to do it for them if they're going to do it. As Dan Pascoe continues, It's left arm off spin. Really interested to see when Captain Azaz Khan is going to introduce young Bilal Akhtar in his leg spin. Last game he played, he took 2 key scalps, and great to see if he gets the opportunity to try and finish this game off for the Lions and claim the 50 over series to join the T20 series trophy. Thanks to all those tuning in and viewing. If you've got any questions for us in the commentary box, Trent Johnston, then feel free to type it in the live chat. Do our best to answer it, and we're always interested to know where you're streaming from, so just drop it down in the live chat. Where in the world are you streaming from?
Like a little bit of an arm ball there from Dan Pascoe.
Just untidy there from the Lions. Rory Cox picking up the ball and a rather ropey throw to say the least, and Bilal Akhtar not in position to back up, and fortunately for him there was a second line of defence with Danny Al-Bukhari out on the sweeping boundary, tidied up. Trying to get another snort out of TJ as he chuckles away and the shoulders start jumping. Got the giggles. Obviously something in the water out here. Shahid Wasif just looking across to his head coach with a puzzled look on his face, going, what on earth are you laughing about? Big thank you to Nitesh Hemlani, who's sitting to my left, who's done a fantastic job over the series as our production manager. His fingers dancing on the dials to get the different camera shots for us and make sure that we're bringing to you a high quality production and getting the best camera angles to help you view the game.
Sitting here and giving himself a little nod of approval. You see that, Fans?
Yeah, he has. He's pretty pleased with himself, and you know, I'm not going to knock the guy for being pleased with the product he's producing. He's done a great job for us. Done a great job, great preparation every morning. He's a very prepared man, as Nitesh. Always turns up with his 18 mini cupcakes.
Sits around, has his breakfast while Wilson sets up his cameras.
Nazakat Khan stealing a few peanuts from the camera stand as he comes down here to Long On.
Signing a few autographs, kissing babies. He really is a man about town, Nazakat Khan.
Kerry forgetting about the camera, leaving the camera unattended to give a drink out.
Harry looking slightly frustrated there.
Kerry Chan coming over to join us in the commentary.
Don't be jealous, he says.
Probably coming over to steal another Coke, I reckon, Mark.
So we see a change in the bowling. Danny Al-Bukhari coming in and the bowler's right arm off spin. Nazakat Khan down there clearing his lungs. If you heard that, that was him giving a bit of encouragement to Danny Al. Danny Al, quite a cheeky little character, not shy of a word.
Do with the little pick-me-up farms. It's getting a little bit flat here. I am. I might have to go for a J run around the park. Top of my feet, top of my toes. So yeah, the run rate's flipped over now, hasn't it? Its current run rate is 6.7, required is 7.6. Hassan Khan goes back and flat bats that through the cover area. Hassan Khan comes around and does the fielding.
Continuing on here with Dan Pascoe, the professor. Really enjoying getting the opportunity to get some overs in, getting himself warmed up ahead of tomorrow's Hancock Shield fixture. Always a very tough competitor, and no matter what the situation of the game is, he never takes a back step, and always enjoy seeing his celebration, pistols in the air.
Do the game tomorrow now.
Slides under the head of Wickets Khan.
It's a good partnership. It's 40 or 58. It's just the context of the game makes it kind of meaningless.
Yeah, it's interesting. If you ask those two batters, it's certainly not meaningless to them. It gives them a great opportunity to get in and have a bat.
True.
You know, if they can stick in here and bat for another 20 overs, take that score to double that score effectively. You know, heading into the last 10 needing 80, two set batters. Well, you might want to think there's a bit of game on there.
Yeah, that's what they have to do. They have to bat in the 40 over mark. Even if they have 280 after 40 overs, about 260 after 40 overs, 100 to win the back 10.
Yeah, 110 might be a bit much, I reckon, in the last 10 with 5 wickets down. I think they've got to try and get as close to probably getting somewhere around near their 80s, 75 last 10. Having said that, you know, they've got to go at 7 runs and over. They're currently at 6.5. You've got the young bowling attack out there, outside of Dan Pascoe, who's
Akhtar hasn't bowled yet.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing the introduction of Bilal. Surprised to see Danny Albukari coming on. I'd imagine Bilal might get a run in at Dan Pascoe's end, the softball end with the slightly longer boundaries.
Dan's just completed his 6th over, so they can keep chugging along this pair and picking up the odd boundary every second over or so and rotating the strike and keeping that run rate somewhere near 6.5, 7 runs and over. Then they'll have the inexperienced Akhtar coming on and young quicks and DJ and Wahid to come back as well and bowl his overs. Hassan's obviously bowling very well and full of confidence. Dan Pascoe, like I said, has only got 4 overs left. I think Azaz realises this is another big partnership that he has to break in order to lift that massive trophy with the 50 overs. It's the size of Javed Iqbal himself. It's that big. Oh,
Yeah, the Hong Kong Islanders have got to be looking back at their bowling and fielding innings with a bit of an if only. The last 5 overs going for 118, that completely changed the game and put a score like this on the board. It was looking okay for them up until that point. As TJ brings through a snack. Yeah, that last 5 overs, 118 off it, courtesy of Daniel Bukhari and Bubba Hyatt's explosive hitting. Really changed the game, and I think took the game away from the Islanders. Hassan Khan comes down the wicket and looks to work it into the leg side, but doesn't manage to.
God.
Over pitch. And 6. Lovely shot by Wickets Khan.
almost taking out the sports therapist whilst he was at it.
50-run partnership and 150 up for the Islanders.
That's the end of the 23rd over. It's 153 for 5, and Mitesh just said they've got up a 50 partnership, rattled up over 150 runs now. See the bowling figures. Big name there is Pascoe, who's bowled 6 overs. Other than Dan Pascoe, a very inexperienced bowling attack.
Well, I like the, speaking of inexperienced youngster here.
Very excited to see Bilal coming in. Young league spinner, took 2 very big scalps a couple of games ago. Wickets Khan chooses to go carry on batting without any headgear.
Oh, not even the cap. Not often you see that, not even a cap.
Good to see young Bilal changing his field, having a clear plan, knowing what he wants to do, speaking to the skipper at short cover. Love it when a bowler wants to take that ownership.
Oh, he's dropped him. Rather than edge on that. Genuine nick first ball, but all up there. Right away.
Now, 2 days ago we saw Bilal being warned for running down the wicket. In my opinion, I don't think he's anywhere near that.
Lovely ball.
Bit of turn off that wicket. Sada Gurwara getting excited, thinking he might be in the mixer for a catch or a stumping. Be very excited to see that turn.
Bounce as well.
Goes out to Dhananjay Rao, who comes round at cover sweeper to pick up that ball. All very quiet here at Ting Kwong Road. The Ting Kwong Road cuckoo has gone quiet and haven't heard it for a while. Just waiting for something to happen, wake it up out of its nest. Bilal comes in again. Cut away and they sneak a single. Thanks again to all of you viewers out there, wherever you're streaming from around the world. It's great to have you on board for what is the deciding match of the Epic Group All-Stars 50 Over Series. Just defended into the covers as ours runs round, but come through for the single. Despite the cries of Dan Pascoe at wicket, optimistically hoping umpire Venkat would dial up his finger and put his digit in the air. Wendy the pigeon behind us.
Oh no.
Straight down the throat of deep square leg, who was just hovering behind square leg. Danielle Bukhari did not have to move a muscle. And Bilal Akhtar just seems to be a partnership breaker, TJ. Once again, picking up a wicket. Young lad, great experience for him.
And it's a wicket off his coach, Hassan Khan.
Partnerships, only 2 partnerships of note. 71 between Jamie Atkinson and Kinchit, and that recent partnership just been broken now. In comes Aftab Hussain striding out, wielding his bat like an axe and giving away headgear. No hat, no helmet.
Wakas has now donned a cap. Good catch there by Daniel Bukhari. Judged well, but straight to him. Camera's running out of battery. There we go. Camera zooming onto it. Okay. Quick battery change. Hassan Khan is keeping track of his personal wicket count for the tournament.
Yeah. Give yourself a wrap.
Thanks to all of you, for everyone out there for streaming in and watching the Epic Group All-Stars series. Feel free to follow Cricket Hong Kong on our social media platforms. We're at HK Cricket on our Instagram platform. Check out our YouTube channel for all the highlights of the game and the conclusion of the HK All-Stars, the Epic Group All-Stars series. Will be producing sixes packages and the best of the wickets packages. And go back and relive your favourite moments. Follow Trent Johnston at Trent Johnston 23. Looking to up his followers. Stay tuned to get some insights and see what's going on behind the scenes with the Hong Kong men's team.
Heard a cry out from one of the players out there, come on Danny, kill the game. I think the game currently may be on life support. The Hong Kong Islanders are struggling here at 6 for 159. Khan just practices the shot that he probably should have played inside that ball and hit it over mid-wicket where you've got Bubble Hyatt waiting to take a catch. Like Mark Farmer said, the YouTube channel will have the highlights, and you're not doing anything tonight, treat yourself to Bubba Hyatt's innings. Daniel Bakari coming in there at the end as well and hitting the ball to all parts of the ground, so some interesting stuff to have a look at tonight. See young Bilal Akhtar coming in for his second over, 1 for 4. Is it a shot?
Goes high. Not long enough, just the 2.
Gaftab Hussain's made his mind up what he's going to look to do, and he's going to look to try and take this game forward. Too sure about that knocking noise over there.
They're gonna get the single. Buys, I think.
I would have thought that's come off the bat personally. Runs it is. Wickets Khan. Moving on to 40 off 44. Hussain picks up that length, short length, rocked back and hits it through mid-wicket, just to the right of Dan Pascoe, diving mid-wicket, picks up a very much needed boundary. Oh, call was spin, spin, spin. Certainly did that. Danande moved to his left fairly quickly there to stop that ball. A couple of days ago it was chainsaws and sheet metal working at the back of the police station. Now it's setting up presentations. Ravi and his team over there working frantically to get the board up. Shot there from Aftab, hits the pocket over cover, picks up 4, 2 bounces. He's racing along the 13 off 9. Wickets Khan 40 off 44. Is there a chance? Can the Islanders turn this around? Oh, he's gone bang. Six runs.
6 more.
Slog sweep there from Aftab Hussain. Races up to 19 now. Is this going to be just one of those little cameos, or can you see a 40 ball 100 in Aftab to try and push his team along to victory in this decider of the epic Group All-Stars 50 over series. More runs here as he's got it, sweeps that around, and Dhananjay can't stop that. That's 4 more. Big over here, 14 off the over so far. 182 for 6. Oh, is it dropped? Is that a chance? Judging by the reaction of the fielders in a circle, I think that may have been a little tickle. No wide.
Must have been something on that apparently. Just remind everybody out there that's watching that Hong Kong Islanders are currently ahead on the worm,
well ahead.
and that is courtesy of, the reason for that is because the Kowloon Lions didn't really explode into their innings until the last 5 overs when Bubba Hyatt and Danielle Bukhari took 118 off the last 5 overs to completely change the landscape of this match.
From this point onwards, the Kowloon Lions went to 10 and over.
Yeah, wow. Bilal into his second over now. In the softball pitch end. Oh, it's poor fielding that. Just to see how Shahid Wasif.
Oh, that's come off Azaz's toe, Aftab's toe.
Struck in the field on the cards. Shahad.
Switches his legs round, and that is a wonderful shot.
Wow. Previously out to that shot in the T20s, which I haven't had a chance to talk to him about yet. Backed himself to execute it again, and he's got the chocolates. Little cameo here from Aftab. How long will it last? Certainly no one there to mid-wicket. Tab rocked back and punches that through mid-wicket, and the call's 2. He may get 4. He has got 4. It's a lovely shot, taking him up to 33. Just never know. It's a funny game, cricket.
Our roaming camera has been abandoned altogether at the moment.
Did you get that shot? Did you get that shot? Did you get that shot?
Did you get the 4?
Get the 4?
I've stopped calling for a helmet because Hassan Khan Muhammad is back into the attack.
3 balls before you did it. We've had 4 overs while you've been down there. After had 62 not out.
Yeah, that's what we need.
coming back into below out the lower order. It's got 4 left. It's into a 7th now. That's on 41.
Punched out off the back foot, deep cover. Casually underarmed in by Daniel Bakari as we see Hassan entering his second spell. 4 overs left. He's had a great couple of days club cricket yesterday, picking up 5 wickets, and he's steaming in today, hitting his line length consistently, and we're very hopeful that he can blast through this tail and pick up any, if not all, of the last 4 wickets here.
Ooh.
Short and punched out to the actually be a deep point sweeper. Gone a little bit quiet in the field, and here the Kowloon Lions team just trying to fire each other up and keep each other in the game.
That's it.
As he goes short and deep square racing in, Dhananjay Rao gets 2 hands, but that drops out.
Our camera was nowhere near that. All that for a single.
Hassan will be disappointed with that. Set everything up as he had hoped and just wasn't able to be topped off by the fielder. Just did everything as captain asked. Takes the outside edge down to 3rd man for 1.
That's cuckoo rejoins.
Yeah, and we've got the very rare Kowloon cuckoo making a few noises in the background and keeping us company here in the commentary box. TJ's perfected his cuckoo call and can send the signal to get them round the ground and creating a bit of atmosphere as and when's required. Marcus Khan tries to work that off the back foot. The ball goes nowhere other than into the hands of Rory Cox. Things, fortunately for the Kowloon Lions, the bit more cloud cover and things cooling off just a little. Down to a balmy 28 degrees.
The Hasco battle now, and softball field end. So short spell for Bilal Akhtar.
There, you can see the separation in the worm there. Partnership rattling along 40 off 30 in only 18 minutes.
40 runs have come off the last 5 overs. Aftab was saying, Cameo, this partnership, 40 runs off 30 balls.
Is there an echo? Yeah, and that's probably why Skipper Khan's brought his most experienced bowler back into the attack, is to try and get one of these wickets. Because if it's not already game over, they can get a wicket here, it certainly is that. be 7 down with Mohammed Gazumfa coming into batting. You saw the way he played a couple of days ago. The Kookaburra bat of mine's pretty safe at home. Ayush Shukla can swing the willow. Handy lower order slogger, if you like. And then we've got Mohsin Khan, the little Saiwan Lara. Always entertaining when he comes to the crease, Mohsin Khan.
6 or sticks. It's all or nothing.
You out there that didn't understand, Mark, he said 6 or sticks. It's amazing how practice can make you better at anything. 3 or 4 days ago when we were putting up a sign here at CHK, it took 19 people. It only takes 8 today. It's an outstanding effort. Practice makes perfect. So you get a cheeky single there in the offside. Brother Hyatt does the fielding.
Aftab going into his shell a little bit here after a fiery start.
Helmet.
Cobra's come out of the wicket and spat that ball up at him.
Lucky he was wearing that helmet. Walked out the bat first off facing the spinner with no helmet, no cap. So maybe Azaz Khan did him a favour by bringing Hassan on and thus making him use the helmet, because he would have been not spitting chips, he would have been spitting out teeth.
3 players hit Bukhari twice. And
Yeah.
then after that one, so 3 raps on the helmet today.
Anyone around Cricket Hong Kong listening to this and going to be bowling to Daniel Bukhari, don't bounce him and hit him in the helmet, because Hong Kong Islanders did that today and the next 2 balls went out of the park. He loves a bouncer. Oh.
Umpire Venkat flaps his wings and that's a wide.
And that's the 200 up in the 30th over.
Wow.
Double their score, you got 400. Will they last 50 though?
Yeah. That'd certainly be a chance if they could have Martin Kutsia and Jamie and the Shah brothers padded up and come back in again. Unfortunately, it's not the way it goes. Got Mohammed Gazumfa and Ayush and the little Saiwan Lara. Smashing those stickers, Hassan.
Cries of brilliant Haas from his teammates, encouraging him and asking him to just keep on firing them down. No full toss.
Hit hard and well done.
Wickets Khan misses out there. Gets straight to captain of the Kowloon Lions, Azaz Khan, who feels the ball. Wickets Khan will be disappointed with himself missing out there. Great opportunity to hit that ball either side of Azaz and he would have had 4. Big Huss lines up again, ready to steam in.
6 away from a 50 walk on.
So he just works that down to third man for 1.
All they're looking for, the chaos, confusion.
Oh,
No run.
Yes, no, wait, yep, no, go back.
That ball's just gone through the cat flap, hasn't it? And
Entire sequence is
almost
under
cost
one.
them a run. Or 5 for that matter.
Yeah.
Oh, never lie's been holding out with the bug spray.
This partnership is already 45 runs. TJ and Farms getting bitten by the bugs here at Mission Road.
Getting picked up and carried away, Natasha's.
Shot.
Nicely down the ground here. That will be his 50.
Good play.
Well played, Wakas Khan. Good 6 there. "51 of 55 balls, 2 4s, 3 6s. A bit of a rescue act, but you have to say 153 required.
Not a lot of acknowledgement from his teammates over there. They've all gone to sleep.
153 needed, 19 overs, but not much to come. Ireland is still not out of it, but just barely hanging in
Yeah,
on the ropes.
fat ladies. She's not singing, but she's certainly getting the voice ready, isn't she?
Yeah,
She's
warming
out
up.
the back. She's out the back giving her a la 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 la.
Doing her do-re-mis.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one I'm looking for. Dan Pascoe starts his 8th over.
Ball.
Oh, he's bowled him.
Beauty, absolute
Bang, 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 bang.
beauty.
Gets rid of his counterpart, fellow left armour. Tab Hussain. Dan, a very subdued celebration by him, and interesting move here with Gazumfa coming in at 9 ahead of Ayush Shukla.
"37 from Aftab, useful little cameo, but not quite enough to get them over the line here now. Oh, and we're going for a quick drinks break with the fall of this wicket. So
Ground staff come out and tidy up the ends. A little bit of a brush, a paint.
Yep.
Jashim strolling out there to look at his little baby.
Third umpire coming out with a drink for the 2 on-field umpires. Third umpire today, Lawrence Barnard, I believe. Yeah.
I've never seen Lawrence.
New umpire, newly qualified this season.
Okay.
We've got experience for him as well, being involved with the Women's Premier League and then the Epic Group All-Star Series. Umpired the Under-17 final yesterday. Did a decent job.
Okay.
So one of the many new umpires coming through the ranks. We had Yakzan in here earlier, so the ACO number is growing. If you're listening and want to be an umpire, please get in touch with them. I was looking to expand our numbers. A lot of games this Easter, a lot of umpires required. ACO are doing a good job to make sure every game has someone standing in it. Phenomenal effort by all involved.
Good chance to stand up and stretch and readjust.
Taking drinks a bit earlier due to the Stan Pascoe wicket. Getting off that bowl through the gate. Left arm versus left arm spinner. You see Rahul Sharma awaiting on the sidelines. Getting ready for the post-match presentation.
starting back here to resume play. 7 wickets down.
Resume for the new batter on strike.
Let's hope he comes out with a little bit more intent than he did 2 days ago, Nitesh.
I'm rooting for the opposite. I would like to see him not out at the end. 0 off 50 balls.
0 off 50 balls.
That would be a
Wow.
phenomenal effort.
Certainly won't have too many people watching the live streaming if that's the case.
Because Khan at the other end has plenty of time to bring up 100 for himself. He just needs partners.
Dan Pascoe comes in as a quick run. There's certainly no one there.
Ooh, good
Bilal
camera.
could be down -1 if Shahid Wasif is awake there.
Should be a
Wasif,
camera.
when he's not wicket keeping for Hong Kong, regularly patrols the backward point area, mid wicket cover in the hot zones. Loves his fielding.
Well, Farmer has seemed to have disappeared for some reason.
Even when he's here, he seemed to have disappeared, Nitesh. Like playing a man short, really.
And he's back.
Excellent question, that.
Jeez, I bet you're relieved to have me back.
Someone might take that knife out of your back, Farms. Nitesh was unloading while you're away.
Wow.
I beg your pardon?
Nitesh was unloading. Absolutely unloading on you.
It's a good thing there's a record of the stream and the commentary. I'll be going back and
Yeah, go back to rewatch that.
I'll be putting a bit of water in your cupcake bag next time.
Wow.
That's the call. Nizakat with a great grab there. Another wicket down. Yeah.
Sure how to describe that.
This is him responding to your comments from the last game, TJ.
I can tell you what, that Kookaburra bat is very safe at home in my place. There's no two ways about that.
So young Yush Shukla strides out to the crease.
Good opportunity here for him to bat a few overs, show the boys what he can do, get himself a bit of batting before tomorrow's two-day game.
Really good catch there by Nizakat Khan. Well done, I'm alive behind the camera.
So that's what happens when you get
Emma Lai been absolutely phenomenal behind the roaming camera throughout the series, and we're very, very grateful for all the work that she's put in.
Smitha as well behind the camera. Two of
Smitha,
them.
yeah, very good. Too sure about Carrie. She's obviously gone missing again.
Kerry's still learning.
Starting to call her plastic bag. I reckon every time you look over there, she's in a different position. One minute she's up patrolling the entrance gate, next minute she's down here roaming camera, then she's over with the hospitality tents. Plastic bag might be a good little nickname for her.
you never get it. Never get it.
Looks like Waheed will be coming back for a second spell. Only 2 more wickets required for the Lions.
Just watch out.
That'd be good. See Mohammed Waheed back into the attack now, hopefully to clean up the tail and get a few wickets. Ooh. Yes.
Umpire Venkat gets his wings out, flaps them, and that's acknowledged by the scorers as
Yes,
a
it's
wide.
only a guide, that line out there, but it certainly looked like it was inside it. However, he's the man with the most important job. It's back of a length. Wickets can't defends there. Oh, Wacker's cars goes bang straight down the ground, and I'll go across and get that ball for the boys.
Nice shot that by Wickets. That's going to have a bit of a swing now, you hope?
Yeah, a lovely cricket shot there, you know, 2 full. Wickets Khan.
Long gone's come back, and Zakir Khan sent back to the
Khan
fence.
rattles along to 56 off 59.
Flying at the moment. Picked up the pace recently. Lovely comeback.
And a shriek and some sort of yay from Zakir Khan down here at long on. Hearing noises and things, excited to hopefully finish the game and the series and celebrate with his Kowloon Lions teammates. Young Waheed comes charging in.
Nicked again.
Guide is down to third man by Wickets Khan.
Is that a different bird we hear?
I'm not sure, Natesh. I'll have to get Mr. Google out and see if he can help me.
Just wait for the...
That's it. Stand in front of the...
Nice shot. Sweeper recovered. Ooh. TJ. I'd like to hear your imitation of that one.
It'll come. Just give me time, Natesh.
Hopefully before the end of this match.
Maybe, possibly. Excited to see here what Mohammed Waheed's got for us. Short, back of a length. Wickets Khan punches it straight to Dan Pascoe backward point, and that completes the over. 217 for 8. Required run rates now up to 8.5. DLS target, which I don't think we'll need, is currently 323.
Looks like as we approach the end of the game, we might be a camera down. I used to face his first, second, he already faced a few balls. 1 of 2. First of December. Oh, what's gone wrong there? Hello. I think that should be called a no ball. Yes, it is.
What's happened there? The ball's obviously got stuck in his hand, has it?
I do say left armers are more prone to the yips than any other type of bowler. Left
Really?
arm orthodox.
Really?
More prone to the yips than any other type of bowler.
Ayush has got a free hit here.
Now, I must say, if I was Ayush there, I would have lampooned into that ball through the covers. Being a no ball.
Not quite
It's a
off
little-
roll, huh?
Little loft wedge.
Yeah, it's the old pull through mid-wicket that's gone to mid-off.
Palms. Camera one. Oh, got down to the deep. Fourth by Wahid, the show third man.
Oh, he's pierced the gap there. He's tried it a couple of times, Wickets Khan. Comes back for the second. Sloppy work there behind the stumps again. It needs to be a little bit better there. Get some sort of glove on it. It was backed up very well there by Rory Cox. Bubba's still throwing himself around after that massive innings earlier on today. Hassan's coming back onto bowl again. Zaz Khan really his foot on the throat here of the Hong Kong Islanders, and he's not letting it off. His young quick was prepared to go back down to third man to do some fielding, but the skipper was having none of that. You get back up here, young man. Quick, straight, fast Yorker over.
That has to be the plan. Knock over the low order as quickly as possible.
Two young players here going head to head, and Hassan Khan and Ayush Shukla, who have played a little bit of cricket together in Hong Kong age group squads. Good little battle going on here. Two young fast bowlers. And a big weekend of cricket ahead here in Hong Kong and league cricket. Starting tomorrow, it's the Hancock Shield, a traditional. It's a 2-day match. One of only two 2-day matches that are in the Cricket Hong Kong League calendar. This one between Hong Kong Cricket Club and Kowloon Cricket Club. That's close to a Yorker, and it's worked out to deep square leg by young Ayush Shukla.
As a student of the game, Mark, I'm sure you'll be able to tell the viewers how they've come up with the name Hancock as Hancock Shield.
It's a great question, TJ, and
You want to answer?
still in my infancy in my days in Hong Kong, only here 4 years, and I'm hoping Nitesh Hemlani, our production manager, who knows all things history in cricket Hong Kong, will be able to
Shot.
tell me how big that 6 is. Wonderful shot.
That's Waqas Khan. Takes him
Waqas
to
Khan.
66.
So, Nitesh, over to you.
It's named after the former president of HKCC. I think Dick Hancock was his name. So it's named after him. The game is played at KCC is named after the Fincher Shield. I believe after, I want to say Ted Fincher, but I can't be sure of his first name. But again, KCC stalwart. So these 2-day games have been named after historical figures in each club, and they alternate every year. One at Fincher Shield at KCC, Hancock Shield at HKCC.
Okay, so if the game's played at HKCC, it's the Hancock Shield.
Yeah.
If it's played at KCC, it's the
Fincher Shield.
Fincher Shield. Right. Okay.
So it's basically 2 different trophies, but they played every 2 years.
Yep.
So it's alternating. And then between Pakistan Association Club and Diaspora Saiwan Club, they have the Khair-e-Azam Trophy, which is the same name as the domestic league in Pakistan as well, Khair-e-Azam Trophy. That is not competed this year, unfortunately, because that is played at Mission Road, and due to COVID, we couldn't secure a booking for it. But hopefully, it'll be back next season.
So who holds that trophy currently? Little Saiwan, I
I
believe.
believe Lil Saiwan, yeah. Lil
Mohsin
Saiwan.
Khan took a bucket load of wickets that day.
Yeah.
That 2 days, didn't he? Or a day and a half, however long it lasted. Shahid Wasif would have played in that game last year. Man, a few words, Shahid Wasif, until he gets around the physios. Does have a bit of banter with the physios, especially on tour. Hassan Khan into Waqas. Khan, he just lays the bat off and runs it down to third man for 1. It's the end of the over, and scores is 238 for 8.
Yes. It's working. It's working. Tommy Wong there doing the hard yards, going up the ladder, fixing our camera.
Oof.
That end.
I heard he's afraid of heights.
Maybe it
Don't
wasn't
look
him.
down, Tommy.
You notice the camera is shaking, it's because Tommy's just climbing down the ladder. Back live now.
There he is, he made it down safe and sound. Don't worry about it, folks. Horace there, it took 4 people to do that.
Wow.
Probably
Cricket
took
Hong Kong love a support crew when doing a task.
probably 3 to hold the ladder.
Oh, Waqas shuffles down and he's thinking about hitting it into the softball pitch, but decided against it and tapped it down the ground for 1. Letting young Ayush Shukla have a crack at the next 3 balls. 4 balls, I should say.
Yeah, 4 balls. Can Dan the man, Dan the professor, get a 4th wicket in his final over? Nearly there.
Dan Pascoe has been very impressive across both formats of this epic Group All-Star Series, both with bat and ball and in the field.
Oh,
Ayush has played that ball, I think, onto Art's foot, and Art's kicked it to short cover.
lovely. Lovely bit of bowling there again. Last ball, Dan Pascoe spelled 3 for 39. Phenomenal stuff.
Nitesh Hemlani getting into his 430-itis when he gets deep into a game of cricket, loves joining the commentary team and adding some thoughts, and
wrap it up.
He's a multi-talented man that can manage the production, the scoring, and a bit of commentary. I believe he did all 3, 4 and 5 of those things yesterday for the under-17s finals fixtures here at Cricket Hong Kong.
Certainly did. Well, he's nodding away, answering the questions, Mark. Probably around about time as that sugar of those 25 cupcakes kick in.
Yeah, that's right. Had the last sip of that tea that he's had. A little bit of sugar juice coming out of his flask.
Flask? Wow.
His thermos. There's young Wahid Muhammad back into the attack as he strides in, headband and all.
You can hear the support from his senior players saying, hit those hard lengths, young man. Zakat Khan just about to clock up his 35th kilometre for the day, mid-on to mid-on. Specialist fielders in the slips, you have them at short leg, maybe even cover mid-wicket, but Zakat Khan's a specialist mid-on.
That's a nick there. Yes.
Hard lengths the boys asked, the hard lengths the boys got. Where it takes another catch, and
That's the one.
impressive innings of Wickets Khan is now ended for 68 off 72 balls, 73 balls, sorry, so 3 4s and 4 6s.
Set batter gone. 2 tailenders in.
In strolls the little Saiwan Lara, Mohsin Khan.
Wahid with his second wicket of the day.
She's just started to enter the stage. Young lady.
TJ's already packing up.
Yep, sorry, but Azaz Khan's going to have the opportunity to lift another trophy here this afternoon. And it's probably all on the back of an outstanding innings by Bubba Hyatt. Support from Daniel Bakari at the back end of the innings, and last 5 overs going for a massive 118 runs here. There was absolute carnage. One stage they stopped the softball and all the softball players turned around and watched the cricket and just practiced catching the balls that Bubba was dispensing off in there. Disposing of, I should say.
Can Wahid end it in this over? He's got 4 more balls. Oh, so nearly.
Not sure how that's missed off stump.
That was Chris Martin-esque from New Zealand, that wasn't it, from Mohsin?
It's fair to say it's full and straight and we're starting to pack up. That's the story here, Mark Farmer. Full and straight and we'll be packing up. Natesh will be...
Martin from Colt.
Yeah.
Chris Martin will do much worse. Oh,
He sniffed him up, look at that. Little Saiwan Lara, 1 bounce on the hook.
He's just punched that for 4.
Literally.
Should that be leg buys because you took one hand off the bat and it wouldn't be called?
It's an interesting question by our analyst. Maybe that should be considered a leg by since he took his hand off the bat to punch that ball. All happened so quickly, I'm not sure Venkat would have seen that.
hard to tell on a replay.
There he goes, slashes
Oh.
back with a point, doing a lot of ball watching here. He's coming back for the second. Not sure which hand he's running with the bat in there, Mohsin.
Mohsin having a swing.
Not too often you'd see Mohsin Khan with the numbers of 6 runs, face 3 balls, strike rate 200. The little Saiwan Lara's having a good old-fashioned crack here. Oh, he's about 3 days too late on that.
That's the over.
Will we get a chance to see him Hit it again as he points towards deep cover. I should have gone there, he says to himself.
The Dan Pascoe's bowled out. Going to be a change of bowling. Who was it?
And if you're looking at the Manhattan there, folks, and you missed the first innings, these two innings would have been pretty neck and neck if it wasn't for the last 5 overs of the Kowloon Lions innings, where Bubba Hyatt and Danielle Bakari went absolutely ballistic, peppering all the soft ballers, and took that last 5 overs for 118 runs and turned this game on its head. Quite frankly, that has been the difference today, as we watch Big Hassan Khan changing ends, ready to steam in from the softball end.
Love the fact that the skipper's now turned to the young guys to clean this up, to get another W in the column.
Niaz Ali from the Left Armers Union, thanks for the comment.
Oh,
And that's a Mallorca.
well played. Did well to keep that out.
Niaz Ali umpiring the first game of the All-Stars 50 over series. Only had left armers bowling at his end, the left armer himself, and didn't get the opportunity to look after the Left Armers Union. No LBW shouts at his end, fortunately for the batsman. Big Hassan Khan strides in again, hunting for the
straight.
Yorker, and they run through for 1, and that brings Little Saiwan's Lara to the crease.
Niaz Ali, some legendary commentary from Farms, loving it. Obviously haven't listened to much, mate.
Don't know if you're listening earlier, we lost TJ for a few overs there when he had the giggles and a few snorts and almost fell off his chair. We've got him back now though, fortunately. Gurawara doing some sort of jiggle there. I'm not sure what's going on. We've got no music at the ground, but you'd think otherwise from that.
There it is. All over. Kowloon Lions win. And wrap up the inaugural Epic Group All-Stars 50 over series. It goes along with their trophy. They've already got the T20 series. So it's an outstanding effort there. And an outstanding performance there today from the Kowloon Lions, led by Bubba Hyatt, who put on a masterclass of batting there today. .178 not out off 109 balls. There was only 5 boundaries, but in the sixes column you can see how punishing he was with 17 sixes in his innings. Great support from Nazaka Khan, who 44 from 46. Then we had starts for Adat Gorawara, Azaz Khan, the captain, both got 25s, and then Danielle Bakari came in and took off where he was here a couple of days ago, and 51 off 25 balls, 3 boundaries, 5 sixes. And probably not much to write home from the bowling figures there in the first innings, apart from Aftab Hussain and 2 for 40, and Muhammad Gazumfa 1 for 42. Other than that, Ehsan Khan bowled well without some luck. Ayush Shukla got the other wicket that fell, but it was all about Bubba Hyatt in that first innings. And we come into the second innings and it was a matter of early wickets for the Kowloon Lions, and they got them. They got the prize wicket of Ninad Shah and the very much sought after wicket around Cricket Hong Kong in this season is Martin Kutsia, and he was out in the 4th over, bowled by Dhananjay Rayo, played it on. Jamie Atkinson come and went for 30. Neenad Shah, same, 33. Haroon Arshad was out first ball, and a fight back. We sort of thought there may be a recovery, there may be a chance of victory here for the Hong Kong Islanders, but Wackers Khan made a valiant 68 off 73. Hassan Khan 20 off 40. Aftab Hussain come in wielding the willow and got 37 off 28. Bowling figures, there's some pretty impressive stuff here with Dan Pascoe again leading from the front at 3 for 39. Hassan Khan 3 for 52. The two young quicks up top did a pretty good job early on, even though they sort of got hit around a little bit. When they bowled straight and back of a length, they certainly asked questions. Skipper asked for early wickets and he got them early wickets. 2 for 50 and 1 for 45 for Dhananjay Rayo. And only the 4 and 3 overs from Bakari and Akhtar. So the Hong Kong Islanders are all out for 241 in the 38th over, meaning that Kowloon Lions take out the 50 over series in the Epic Group All-Stars series to go along with the T20 trophy. So it's been an outstanding day here. Congratulations to all involved, everyone to do with Cricket Hong Kong who's put on this great show, our major sponsors who have spoken about and advertised all throughout the 5 days of the Epic Group All-Star Series. Thank you very much and appreciate what you've done and allowed us to do here. Jashim and his ground staff, 2 fantastic wickets, runs galore. Certainly a little bit of assistance there for the bowlers if they were prepared to bowl back and straight and be boring there and apply the pressure and build that pressure. So, anything from you, Nitesh?
Well, it's been a fun series. Thank you to all sponsors, all our fans. The prize presentation ceremony will be coming up, so stay tuned for that. Thank you very much, TJ, for all your work and your commentary. And thank you, of course, to all those involved. Stay tuned for the prize presentation.
上唔上鏡？如果看住我得
交叉嗰兩個唔得，俾我，俾我。
係啊，
屌點啊？
係啊，要吊起佢。
Testing, testing, testing.
Welcome along to the Epic Group All-Stars 50 Over Series Award Ceremony. What a great 3 matches that was. I think you'll all agree that that's what all we could ask for from a 3-match 50 over series, with one of the matches having almost 800 runs scored in a day and 3 players scoring over 150 runs in the series. Before we announce the Player of the Match award and hand over the winner's trophy, I'd like to make a few acknowledgements to all those that have made this event possible. First of all, to our sponsors and partners. My Protein for providing the nutritional supplements to the players throughout the series and giving the Player of the Match awards. Order Online HK for providing the food and beverage throughout the series. Cityscope, our media partner. Envy Play, our technology partner who have allowed us to stream around the world. Montgomery Sports is our kit provider. And the Technological and Higher Education Institute of Hong Kong, VI, for providing sports therapists throughout the series. And finally, a huge thank you to our principal sponsors, Rajan Matani and the Epic Group, for believing in our concept and enabling us to put on this event. Thank you. I'd also like to extend thanks to LCSD, the ground staff, Jashim and his team. The pitches that you've put on for this series have been absolutely phenomenal, and the amount of runs and the quality of cricket that we've seen has been unrivaled. So, Jashim, wherever you are, thank you to you and your team. A thank you to the umpires and scorers and those that have commentated throughout the series. And a massive thank you to the Cricket Hong Kong staff. Without you, all of the work that you've put in behind the scenes, this simply wouldn't have been possible. Going away from your usual day jobs and getting behind the camera, delivering bags of ice, commentating and running the production. Thank you so much for your efforts. And last but not least, a massive thank you for the players that have been involved not only in the Epic Group All-Stars 50 Over series, but those that have been involved in the T20 series. The cricket that you guys have put on display and showed what Hong Kong has to offer has been absolutely phenomenal. So thank you so much to all the players involved. Moving on to the awards ceremony. To present the awards, I'll have joining me Justin Wong, CFO of Epic Group, Alfie Germano, Head of Strategic Business Development for Epic Group, and Gilles Fries from Epic Group, the CEO, will come up and hand over the winner's trophy. But moving on to the Player of the Match ceremony for the final of the Epic Group All-Stars series between the Kowloon Lions and the Hong Kong Islanders, I'd like to ask Justin Wong and Alfie Germano to come up ready to present the Player of the Match award. The Player of the Match award includes a bag of My Protein provided by our supplement providers, My Protein. There are a number of standouts in the match, but without a doubt, the Player of the Match goes to Bubba Hyatt for his unbelievable 178 of 109 deliveries, including 5 fours, 17 sixes, and helping his team to take 118 off the last 5 overs. Thanks, guys. Thank you. Congratulations, Bubba. And moving on to the Winners Award, I'd like to ask the Epic Group CEO, Gilles Fries, to come up to present the award to the Winners Trophy, to the winning captain not only of the T20 series, but now the 50 Over series, the captain of the Kowloon Lions, Azaz Khan. That concludes the awards ceremony for the Epic Group All-Stars Series. Thanks again to everybody that's tuned in live around the world and all our supporters here in Hong Kong. Hope to see you again soon for another Epic Group All-Stars Series in the future. Thanks again.